It's been a while since I made a bass, but I'm pretty stoked for this one, and I hope you will like it too. So I'm going to show you a little bit on how I use pictures to get the blueprint for my guitar builds. So here we have the ESP Stream Bass. Found a good high quality picture, and my ghetto way of doing things is that I take that picture and I go to print it, and then I use the poster setting at the start 100%, and you can have cut marks and you print everything out, cut it out, and you get a good baseline for your builds. And you can take some pixel measurements and see if it will correspond to the real scale length. Otherwise, you'll have to go maybe 200%. But the most important part is that you actually take the written out pieces, cut them together, glue them together, and then you just check and make sure that the scale length is actually the proper scale length of what you're going to do. And maybe if that differs a little bit, you can maybe calculate what you got. Let's say instead of a 34, that's 34 inches, which is this bass, maybe you get 33. Then you can take that 33 and you multiply that times 1 point something to get 34, and then you go back and you write out again to get the proper scale length. And of course, if you do your measurements correctly, you won't have to do the back and forth, because doing back and forth means that you have to print out a lot of unnecessary papers, and you don't want to do that, because we want to try to be as environmentally friendly as we can. But that's my way of going about getting my blueprints for my builds. And after a lot of cutting and gluing, you now have a full-sized printout for the bass, both the front and of the back. And this together with other pictures and videos get a good sense of the thickness and the curves from what you can't see. And that's the way I go about it. And as for the woods for this build, this will be a neck through instrument, and the big piece here in the middle is purple heart. So the purple heart will be going through the whole body and will be the neck for this build. And for the fretboard, I got some B-stock pieces with darker woods, and I really like the flamed grain on this one. And it was also the proper length to be able to make a full scale bass build. And then for the tops, since this has a mixture of the darker and the lighter wood, I'm thinking of doing quite the same. And for the top wood, with the darker one, I have this Indian rosewood together with a nice quilted sapele. And I think this one will really stand out. And usually with my builds, I have a sort of a plan, but I might differ from the original instrument in how I will go about to build it. I have a Goldo 4-string bridge, some EMG active bass pickups, and this is the jazz version, the 35J, both of them, and some Godo machine heads. And dealing with the body side parts, I have this nice piece here that will work for the lower bout. And for the upper bout, I still have a lot of leftovers. So let's Minecraft it.
Tellurians, please like, share, and subscribe and all that jazz. Until next time, ta-ta!